According to the nonprofit organization Health Equity Solutions, 13 municipalities in Connecticut have declared racism a public health crisis. Waterbury has not.
We call on our leaders in Waterbury to declare racism a public health crisis. Already, 13 towns in Connecticut have passed this resolution, and several more are considering taking this step in the coming weeks. Seeing you chose not to put the resolution on the agenda and cancel the scheduled meeting, I want you and the public to hear the words we want you to act on.
In a virtual Waterbury Board of Aldermen meeting, citizens called in to make their voices heard.
We have a collective responsibility to facilitate change. Racism is real, and it is harming all people in our community.
The meeting was originally scheduled for Waterbury Health to give an update to the board, but public comments brought swift criticism to the board's decision to cancel Monday's meeting.
President Przewski, you showed a lack of leadership and commitment to democracy and an utter disregard for concerned citizens. We had 40 to 50 folks mobilized to address you all on Monday. We'll see the effect of your suppressive tactics tonight, when very few people will have access to this medium.
3 people called in to voice concerns before the meeting turned to other matters of discussion. The board did not officially declare racism a public health crisis at Wednesday's meeting. Taylor DiCello, Fox 61 News.
Taylor, thank you. New information.